to be!
John gives me another stupid project with a stupid deadline. I'm gonna smack him in his smug little... Where's dinner? I've told you before I expect food on the table when I get home. I work hard all day. I give you the house of your dreams and you can't even do this one little thing for me. You are so selfish. What have you even done today? I'm fed up with it.
I want this back Monday and better than the last time, please.
Anytime now you want to change. Anytime now you want to go for a run. I'm pretty sure you've been on road for 5 flipping minutes. It's nowhere near ready. And I've been on the phone now for 35 minutes and not a single person is able to tell me what on earth is going on down there. I'm pretty sure it's my right of way. It's all right, mate. They're parked in the middle of the road. It's all fine. Emma, what have you been spending my money on?
Hi everyone, my name is Bridget, and if you're watching this right now, you've most likely seen our human creative piece on anger. And I just want to talk to you for a few minutes just about anger and share some hope with you if you're dealing with these feelings or know somebody who is. You know, anger in and of itself is not a bad thing. In fact, God gave us this emotion for a reason, especially when it was in defense of someone or something else. And anger in reaction to injustice is a way that leads us to solve problems in this world. And it's useful to see change when used in a healthy way. However, the anger portrayed in the short film is not of that kind. We see the character living a life of anger rooted in pride, and pride is what makes anger a problem. You know, some of us have a natural tendency to react to a frustrating situation, often to protect or defend ourselves. And when we feel attacked or demeaned or rejected, we want to strike back, or we vow to hold a grudge, which can be just as destructive. But Proverbs 29:11 tells us that it's a foolish person that loses their temper and displays their anger, but it's a wise man who uses self-control. So the first thing we have to do when dealing with our anger is admit that it is not our responsibility to handle justice. We must recognize that prideful anger is a sin and ask God and those we've hurt for forgiveness. But how does one deal with these feelings of anger when they feel like a wave about to overtake them? James 1, verse 19 through 20 tells us, "Let every person be quick to hear, slow to speak, and slow to anger. For the anger of man does not produce the righteousness of God." Practically speaking, we must stop, listen, and act. First of all, God sees the big picture, and ultimately He is in charge of determining right and wrong. He says that vengeance is His alone. And Romans 12:18-19 reminds us to live at peace with everyone, not to aim to avenge ourselves. We've got to leave that up to God. We've got to stop and recognize His sovereignty in this situation and breathe. And secondly, we have to ask ourselves, have we misinterpreted the situation? We've got to be honest. We've got to be quick to address an issue calmly. Don't let it fester. You know, get clarity. Do your best to try to understand what went wrong and why without making assumptions. Finally, rather than attacking a person, we want to attack the problem. We have to act to change, not react to our impulse. And ultimately, we can't control the actions of others, but what we can control is our reaction to the experience. It must be our aim to convert our anger into love. As the end of Romans 12 says, "Do not be overcome with evil, but rather overcome evil with good." So this journey away from the tumult of anger is a process and not one that you should attempt alone. What we've presented to you today are just a few first steps that you can take as you are walking away from being overwhelmed by the feelings of anger. But what's really going to change you is continual time with God and becoming that character of who He is. And this happens through prayer, through reading your Bible, and through getting accountability with people who you trust and who can hold you up in this. We would love to connect you with a team that is right there to do that is right there to pray with you and offer you resources. So please phone us at the number that you see on the bottom of your screen, or contact us through any of our social media outlets, or see us on our website. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you again next time.